We gotta do a time attack seeding first. So the top 16 will go through to the qualifying you saw before. And let's just watch rolling for this first round. Of course, this will be just the first round, so it will be a little bit slower. Thanks for noticing there, Arayuk. Really appreciate it. So first map, obviously because of the standing start, will be slower than the rest. But yeah, this will probably be just first time. You pretty much won't retire in the entire qualifying, since you just go for the best possible time, and you don't wanna do a standing start every time, since the best time will be obviously driven in a flying start. So we have, or the players have 15 minutes of time to get the best time in they can produce in those 15 minutes. So we have the first flying lap. The best time is by Riolu, famous German streamer, currently without a team if I remember correctly. So let's watch him for the remainder of this lap. We have this balancing act right here, which is a struggle and a half for many people, as now Massa holds the best time, followed by Onyo, Riolu, Marius89, Dexter, Roland, Anisado, Moppel, Nico, CC, Moksha, Traham. Focus now snuck into 9th place. Volka, Minato, Kodiak and Sky. So the first 16 places, first 16 spots will go through to the Champions mode or Rounds mode qualifier. Riolu aborted his lap, so let's watch Onyo as he is close to the end on this lap, although he is 2.8 seconds down on his PB. Let's see what lap time he can produce in the next one. So in the start you got a right-hander drift, followed by a downhill left-hander drift, and then a uphill, a jump followed by another small jump. If you are fast enough, you can use the second jump as a drift initiator. Then there's a small grass transition into a dirt transition, and this balancing act right here. And if you do it right, you can get much time out of it. If you fail a little bit, then it's just a slowdown. If you fall off, you gotta respawn and lose much time. So obviously you don't want to fall down anytime, you don't want to get the slowdown anytime. So in this round, or in the last round, Onyo didn't get it. Let's see if he gets it this round, or if he survives the balance act again. Looks like he didn't get it. Looked like a pretty decent finish, but still only second fastest. It actually does not matter where you place, just you gotta be either inside of the first 16 or outside. If you're not inside the first 16 places, you will be eliminated from pursuing into the second stage. So let's watch somebody who is at the edge of qualifying for a second stage. So we got Minato from Germany, currently holding 17th place, being up 0.7, but he drops down on the balancing and his time gain is away. No, there are a couple of Austrian guys. We got Xdens, I don't know how to pronounce his name. And we got somebody else, I thought. No, they were Swiss. Austropodis, Voka, and somebody else Swiss was registered, but obviously he apparently didn't get the memo to join the server. So let's again go back to Minato, currently in 17th place. Probably failed right there in the balance act, hence why he is so slow. And if you fail the balance act, probably you, or like most likely your next lap is ruined as well, since the balancing act is right before the finish line. But Minato, although failing the balance act, is up 0.5 of a second on his current PB in this time attack seeding. Clips the outside right there, probably can't make it, so now this and his next run are pretty much just throw out of the window. So let's switch to Z-Tram. Is that how you pronounce it? Let's see, he's from Switzerland, or she is from Switzerland, I don't know. Maybe he, maybe she. Let's watch her for a round and see what of a time she can get. Unfortunately, gets the no drift right there. A decent-ish third section, and now the balancing act. Really good. And goes into the finish line again. So let's watch her for one flying lap. There's a little bit slow through this downhill left-hander. Gets the drift this time. You gotta take loads amounts of speed from this downhill to the third section. She's just barely down on her PB. Doesn't get the slowdown. And this may be PB? No, it's not. Wherever Speedy, he ain't there. He ain't playing. He hasn't registered, apparently. So let's watch. Oh, Minato got a time into the top 16. So let's watch Astropodes from Switzerland, currently in 19th position. So last place for him right now. He clipped the inside and therefore didn't make the jump. It's crucial to make that jump. You lose a lot of time if you don't make it. So this round can be thrown out of the window for him as well. So with just a little bit under 7 minutes remaining, current standings are Massa, followed by Onyo, Roland Moppel, Riolu Dexter, Focus, Maris89, Accidents just snuck in right at 9th place, Anisado, Sky, Nico, Minato, Voka and Kodiak, and CC Moksha. Currently eliminated would be UFL Lujo Stra, maybe? E-Girl, Z-Tram, and Astropodes. Is he actually... He's from France. Why is Lujo playing? Let me check real quick. Okay, apparently Lujo is German. So I guess it's all fine. So let's watch Astropodes for this fast time. He gets a good third section. Coming up is the balance act. Gets it clean, drops down, and gets a 35.9. So let's watch somebody on the verge of being eliminated, like CC Moshka, currently in 16th, so he is in. going for a trickster, so he doesn't have to repeat the whole lap again. If you crash in the balance part, just the last little bit. Saves you a lot of time. But he clips the inside, unfortunately. This map can be thrown out of the window for him, sadly. So let's watch somebody at the top. Let's watch Massa, currently in first place. Going strong. Currently on the balance act, doesn't get a slowdown. Gets to the finish line with 33.1. Decent time. Match time in rounds earlier was like a 34-ish time, if I remember correctly. So almost a full second up on the other guys. He now is 0.1 of a second up on his own PB in this seeding. Maybe we'll improve his PB, but he does not. But still, Massa almost a full 10th of a second ahead of Onyo. With just a little bit under 4 minutes remaining. Yo, Bomba, by the way, will you play TMM with Anne? Because you still got Anne tag on Twitch. So, watching Massa going in for another fast lap. Clips the outside wall. His lap is over. So let's check out how Roland... Okay, Roland just is in the wall. Let's watch Onyo instead. Clips the outside on the dirt section, so his lap is over as well. But he continues to the next lap. Don't know why he drifts so early. Probably because this lap is bad anyway, because of the slow start. But he holding strong, just a 10th down on Massa. The rest being more apart from him. Now gets a good end. So now this is a good flying lap in terms of speed in the start and in the end. Goes a little bit wide there. Maximum speed. Now it's just a little bit down on Massa. Improves, but hits something right on the balance act and loses all of his speed. Actually clips the outside wall there, so this is this lap is just not for him. Roland actually says, okay, I'm done with this, I'm through. So Lujo, Astropodas and Ztrem currently looking like to be eliminated. Ztrem just failing the balance act. And unless he or she goes for the cut method to not having to do the whole lap again, she will probably not improve anymore. And we got Astropodas, who's probably down again as well. 1 second probably won't make it. And after he retired, now there's no time for another map. Last guy to may or may not be jumping into the top 16 is Lujo. So could still make it. He is down a little bit over 8/10. So let's see if he gets a good balance act. He clips the outside wall. That's a done deal. So, Master Dexter on your roll in Mob, Riolu, Focus, Maris89, Enizado, Accidents, Sky, Kodiak, Nico Minato, Voka, and CC Moshka make it through to the next stage. GG's. Jesus Christ, he has done a 32.9. Wow. Nicely done. There should be a 5-minute warm-up now. And then the then there will be the qualifying procedure as the last times. So I want to take the time to recognize Gamer 3007064 for following. So really appreciate it. Thanks for the follow, means a lot to me. So I don't know when this I'm not sure what's gonna happen now. Is there a pause till 8:30? And Softy ain't here. Draconia stuff is. Where did it go actually? Okay, Draconia 6, never mind. Ah, okay. Okay, let's check out, there's another server. France Labs, there it is. There it is. Yes, I can speak German. I am German actually. Currently not sure when this will proceed the match. So I'm a little bit confused now. When this will go on, this match? Well, there's either a German cast and an English cast, so I don't know. Like, I'm streaming now for 3.5 hours, casting all the matches I can cast. And Nutella is just streaming the German match in German. Rams is doing English, so I can do like Chinese or anything like, but nobody watched Chinese casts of Trackmania streams, Trackmania matches, I guess. I don't even know who will be streaming the last match, so there's no announcement for that yet. But we'll see. So this Yo Zemi, why are you not playing? Cause TMM? Yeah, okay. Yeah, can relate. I played the maps for a total of roughly, what? 20 minutes? And I was like, yeah, no. Let's not drive this. Oh, there's the last guy. Minato just joined. Wait. Funny thing is, wait a minute, just give me a second. Funny thing is, I thought that many people don't like maps, the format, and the point that it's colliding with several other tournaments, TMM, man versus man, and yeah, pretty much that's it. And like dev time is every other weekend, 8 PM Sunday. Dev time for TMM is every week, Sunday, 8 PM. Like, I don't get why, and man versus man as well is Sunday, 8 PM dev time. So I don't get why, like, you have to announce, yeah, exactly. Like, you have two announced tournaments already either taking place in terms, or in case of man versus man, or TMM, which is always the last week of January it starts. But well, so to speak, it is the most important right now, isn't it? There's the most money in it, there's the most people in it, in a solo tournament, and like, it's the only LAN confirmed this year. Like, we don't know shit about G2A, or do we? Because we don't know shit about TMWC, but we don't know shit about the, what was it last year? There was another, like, Gaming Winterfest. There was a map call last weekend, so after this was announced. So, like, at the point of announcing, this was the most important tournament. Because GA map call wasn't out, GWF map call wasn't out. But to be uncertain if GA or either GWF won't happen is like, yeah, probably will happen with like 75% chance. But you still don't know. Yo, TM Rainy, thanks for following, by the way. Really appreciate it. But like, else, this is the like most important tournament with those free lands where like money is involved. Like big money, so to speak, for a single person. But to be honest, CBA format, CBA maps. Yeah, I have to wait till match starts, and then there's another 5 minutes till map starts. So like there's now 5 minutes. No, it's 3 minutes wait till warm-up starts. 5-minute warm-up starts, and then there's 5-minute warm-up. So got some time to fill, or some time to spare. And yeah, like I don't know why it had to be this format, these kind of maps. Yeah, I just don't know. Let me just check something real quick. Yeah, because it's the French. Like, probably Softy will join soon, and yeah, there he is. He just started it, so. So, who do we follow in the first round? For this. Why did you write GLHF? It's still warm-up. Let's follow Onyo for first round. Got 2 upright sticks, or whatever they called, blocks. Gonna go through them, land safely on the middle of the road. Have a chicane. Can either drift or just cut as well, with a small drop to a third section, and a drop in the third section itself to a speedy section with a optional wallbang right here. You can either get it bumpy like Onyo just did, or get it real smooth like a baby Spartan as Marius just did. And you have 2 ways to do this last jump: either go straight through the middle over the top, or go, wait, who does the safe one? Dexter does the safe one, go to the right, have a little landing on a plateau, and then go through the finish line. A single round on this map in match condition takes like 50-ish seconds, 17 laps to play on this map, which concludes in roughly 15 minutes, including this 5-minute warm-up. Every map will take roughly 20 minutes, plus the, what is it, 2 minutes overtime between first finishing and the next map. So should be done in like maximum of 26 minutes per lap, or 25 minutes per lap, which concludes in 75 minutes. So a 25-minute break in between maps. Sorry, 15-minute break in between maps. And you can either drift or like try cut it like Dexter just did. I think cutting ain't worth it, but yeah, this wallbang is really bad. You can get it really good, or you can just like ram bug it to heaven. So yeah. And like right here, you can either go for a early landing. We saw that earlier in the match for Benelux. Or you can go full speed and land as late as possible and try to get much speed, or like travel more distance. Same with the chicane. You can either drift through the chicane, which is a little bit faster than just driving and not drifting through the chicane. And right there on that ram you can get a ram slide, which is sort of like a speed slide. compare it like that. And this jump is particularly dangerous because you can either hit the pole, or you can clip the end if you're a little bit too slow, the end of that big gray block. So Onyo just does the drift right here, as I told. And if you either clip or just land in between, it's like it's not worth it anymore to go over the top. So I guess some people will just go for the safe strategy, but those people probably won't finish in the top 10. What's the prize pool? It was stated in the rulebook. Don't know it by heart, I'm sorry. Oh, yo, Bomba, by the way. Are you playing TMM with Anne? Because you still got Anne tech in Twitch. Yeah, I was wondering. Bomba playing tech, yeah. Yo, lads, keep it civilized in chat, please. So let's follow Onyo on this first official round on this map. As we already saw, some Austrian guy, I think was accidents. Yeah, it was accidents. No, it wasn't accidents. Who was it? But or like clipped the corner of the track. As we see Onyo now in front of Riolu, Dexter, Massa, Moppel, Roland, Marius, and Nico. Right now I'm not sure if they're still losing points in place. If you finish outside of the top 8. Haven't done that, or haven't been in that place yet. Okay, they're not, okay. So Onyo on his first lap, already half a second in front of Dexter. Followed by Riolu, Massa, and Roland. So let's go a little bit to the back. Let's see Roland hunting down Riolu, Massa, and Dexter, currently in 5th place. Okay, so only in the stage, or like step stage, or what's it called? There's losing points outside of top 8. Okay, that's good. As we now see, Roland actually passing Riolu. Now moving on to towards Massa and Dexter. Everybody in the front going for that wallbang. As we now see Massa overtaking Dexter through the inside line. Nobody in the front clipped that big block right there. That big jump yet, but that probably will happen. And after 3 laps now, I think there's a clear like leader group consisting of Onyo, Massa, Dexter, Roland, Riolu, Marius 89, Opel, and Focus. So let's watch just a little bit outside of the top 4 from Riolu's perspective. There's a battle of 3 people going on for 2nd place who are really close to each other. Dexter now going the safe way on this outside plateau, but still keeping that 2nd place. Oh, 3rd place, I'm sorry. But now it is Onyo really pushing up away from Massa, Dexter, Roland, and Riolu in that like chasing group. Hopefully he won't make a mistake. But it seems like Onyo's really trained on these maps. Goes for the riskier wallbang there. Goes for the not as risky wallbang there. Flies over the top like an eagle and straight to the finish line, as he has concluded the first 4 laps of this map. Let's switch it up to Roland, who is currently pursuing Dexter and Massa for that second and third place. I'm sorry. As we now see Massa just a little bit of covered ground between him and Dexter, but still no way near a huge amount of time difference between those 3 lads there. And Riolu just a little bit behind Roland right there. Actually gets overtaken by Moppel there for a split second, but since he touched the outside, he dropped down to 7th place now. Let's watch a little bit of the people more in the back. There we got Focus. Just got overtaken by Annie Sato of Team THC. And now Onyo, what I spoke earlier of, Onyo made a mistake. Dropped down from 1st to 4th place. Got overtaken by Massa, Dexter and Roland. Huge disappointment there, but only the first 6 laps are done, so everything is still up for grabs. As we see Volca there having to respawn right before that big jump. And that tight group in the front, now consisting of Dexter, Roland and Massa, fighting for those first 3 spots. Having a advantage over Onyo of now roughly 3 seconds, and another second behind is Riolu. Volca actually left the game. Sad to see this, but let's see what pays off here if you go the middle or to the left outside of those poles. Doesn't seem to matter that much. Dexter now with loads of speed coming through the jump, but Roland defends second place. Let's switch it up to Onyo, who's now chasing down the group consisting of Massa, Roland and Dexter. And after the brief first half of this map, we have Massa in the lead in front of Roland, chased by Dexter. Then there are Onyo, Riolu, Marius, 89 and Sky in the top 7. Let's go a little bit more back now for the battle for a 7th position between Moppler and Sky, both of Team Trackmania Heroes Europe, both going for that risky wallbang there. As we saw earlier, you can bug out pretty bad. I just switched to Onyo there and he was like upside down right underneath the checkpoint, so as we now see Moppel closing in on Sky, looking to overtake him, both going for the no drift chicane pass through. Moppel not drifting there, for a driftless line, as Sky got a bad transition out of the dirt. And now we see Moppel going to the left outside versus Sky going through the middle of those poles. But it does not seem to make that much of a difference. Both go to the risky jump. Moppel always clipping the pole, but that risk pays off as he now overtook Sky for 7th place. And since there are 2 spots up for grabs in this region, anything can happen if you finish inside the top like 8 on the first map. still anything up for grabs. So let's check back on our group in the front, consisting of Roller, Dexter, Massa and Onyo. Actually, Massa dropped down to 4th place. Apparently has done a mistake. He was in the front earlier, and now Roland, surprisingly enough, in 1st place. And there we see Kodiak, a lapped German guy, mixing it up there in the front, but unfortunately, since he is lapped, won't make a difference. He finishes up there with the other guys, since he's already a lap down. So all 4 in the front group go for that wall bang. Dexter seems to go for that safe route all the time to get that more inside the line on that last turn. Seems to pay off since he does not lose any time to the guys in front of him. And now Onyo, after doing a mistake, has recovered back to battle for the lead. Quite an impressive showing of him, as he now took the lead. Looks a little bit faster, has to release there in order to not clip the outside wall, goes for the wall bang. What a exciting battle for the 1st place. As we see CC Moksha. That's a phrase to remember. Get lapped by Onyo, and now this consistent 4-man group in the top is not clustered up. As Roland touches the outside, drops down to 4th place, which is bad for him, obviously. Has to cover 1.5 seconds up to Dexter, to Onyo. As we see there, Massa, I think, was the guy not to go for the wallbang, opting for the drift. The safer route there. As we see now Dexter again in front of Massa. Massa with a superb time there in time attack seating, but right here it is looking like Onyo dominating in the front, clear of Dexter 1.3 seconds again, since he has done a mistake earlier. He's driving like a madman, the German guy from Mouse Sports. But there's a real good battle going on between Massa and Dexter for 2nd place. Now Roland has a slight disadvantage now. Dexter slides through that chicane, makes up some ground towards Massa. Now they both drive almost the exact same line. Dexter going for a wider approach here in order to get more speed for that huge right-hander. Coming to the wallbang. Dexter with a way better wallbang there. But now he has to go so wide in the hairpin that Massa overtakes him, and he clips, and probably this is the chance for Roland to climb up to the rear wing of Dexter, setting pressure on him, as we now actually are already in the penultimate lap of this first map. But Onyo clear of Massa for just roughly over a second, and there we got this like real nice battle going on for 3rd place between Dexter and Roland. with just 1 lap to go. Onyo so fast, yeah. Like, I don't think that Dexter has done a huge mistake, but Onyo is just so much faster. He just started his last lap. I wish I could see like average times, or like best times. What he did as a PB, or like, yeah, PB in this match. Onyo ZRT player confirmed. Hell yeah. I would like that. So we now see Roland being 0.6 behind Dexter. Doesn't look good for Roland to get into 3rd place, as we now see Onyo crossing the finish line is 1st, taking home 35 points, Massa in 2nd, Dexter in 3rd, Roland in 4th, Riolu coming in clutch in 5th, followed closely by Marius. Now there's a bigger gap between Marius and Moppel, but he is more or less chased closely by Focus. So Moppel going for a safe line right there. Comes in 7th, taking home 11 points, if I remember correctly. Yes, takes home 11 points. And the next guys are Focus and Sky to finish. Oh, this may end up bad. Oh, he almost clipped the pole right there. So Focus should be taking home 7 points. Anizado taking home 5 points, I guess. XD Nico coming in to the finish line next, taking home 4. But he gets overtaken by Minato on the last turn. Onyo's just 1 second slower than Brent. Holy macaroni. That's close. So Kodiak coming in 13th and Accidents coming in 14th. And it is CC Moksha coming in 15th. But Voka 15 did Voka just disconnected. But it's a really close battle at the front. Massa just 0.6 behind Onyo. Roland just 0.6 behind Dexter, and that's a really good match we just saw right there. Coming up next is Aerodynamic by Kaisla, with a 5-minute warm-up before we go live to rounds mode again. It's now we watch. This is the best part of this whole map. There's a balanced part, and if you fail it, basically lose 15 seconds. If you get a slowdown, you lose 5 seconds, and if you get it decent-ish, you lose 2 seconds. If you get it real good, you lose none. But to get it real good, yeah, that's pretty much impossible. Like, I haven't seen nobody doing it like good every time, as we see Massa right there going off, Nico already in the back. So yeah, let's watch Onyo, who is in 1st right now with 35 points. And now we can see who how many points the guys in the back got. 1 sec slower than Brand with doing a 5-second mistake. That's the point. I don't know if Brand did any mistakes, but this is like Onyo and Brand are like no-lived as hell. Like, if I remember correctly, when I saw, or when I casted the Spain and Portugal match earlier, I think Z-Burst was 15 seconds slower, maybe 13 seconds slower on this one map than, like on the first map. What was it? No, not aerodynamic. Sursort. Yeah, I can't see it anymore. Sursort than Brand now was, which is, wow, this is like huge. So let's just watch Onyo. Okay, he decided to rest his hands. You can do two things basically in his warm-up. Either warm up as the name warm-up says, or you can just rest your hands in between those 15 minutes of driving the maps. Bomba, I don't know. Can relate, Bomba, but they said there will be a LAN in fall. Fall is 3 months long. I don't know how they wanna do, like, they have like 8 steps, or what's yeah, it's 8 steps every other week, so it's 16 weeks. So the whole step system is like done in 16 weeks. It's late May. Yeah, it should be late May, like approximately. So what comes after the first part of steps and the that like LAN finale in fall, I don't know. That's beyond me as well. Yeah, basically that beef. So we have 20 seconds left in warm-up. I will just quickly show the first page of scores. And the second page of scores, Minato 11th, GLHF. This is the second page of the score page. So let's just follow Masa for this first lap on the second map of TMCL, qualifying for Germany, Austria and Switzerland. As we see Masa taking the lead early on. Currently sitting second overall in points. Blah. Now coming up is the balance part. Gets it good. And after the first lap, he is chased down by Roland and Onyo, respectively, in second and third. Closely behind is Dexter and Riolu, with a little bit of a gap. There come Focus, Marius89, Anisato, and Nico. Following our Sky, Moppel, Kodiak, CC Moksha, Accidents, and Minato. So let's watch that top 4 we watched earlier, consisting of Masa, Onyo, Dexter, and Roland. Again, battling it out in the front. Little bit behind is Focus right now, but if they keep up this pace, then they will have a huge advantage in like 2 or 3 laps. But again, there's the balance part coming up, and I guess everybody got it good. Yeah, everybody got it good. Everything seems going well for the 4 guys in front, but as we now see, Massa's time in the time attack seeding wasn't a joke. He is lit. He goes strong now in those first couple of laps, having built a difference of 0.4 of a second to Dexter, Onyo and Roland right there. As they cross the finish line, they do really decent times. This is just immensely good. And there's now a completely mixed up battle in the front, with Onyo chasing Dexter and Dexter chasing Massa. This really nice battle in the first couple of laps, as they now just enter 6th lap. Onyo going for the move on the inside of Dexter, and can he make it stick? Apparently yes, he can. Dexter going for the wider line, opting for more speed, but now in this 3rd section I don't know if more speed does pay off huge. Apparently it does. Takes the 2nd place away from Onyo again, who I think got the slowdown, but Roland 2 seconds now behind Massa, just out of contention, out of reach right now for those first 3 spots. And now it seems like Massa has done a small mistake, since Dexter has caught up huge to Massa as they now approach the first lap, cars to lap. But now Onyo clipped the outside of the balancing part and drops down to 4th. And there's Marius and Riolu, not far apart from each other, are slowly but surely closing on to Onyo because of that small slowdown. But Onyo is only 0.9 of a second behind Roland, so he can push hard, as now Massa got overtaken by Dexter, both getting a decent balance part, not getting any slowdowns. But let's see how good Massa can recover from that small mistake he did, apparently, on that last lap, as they now overtake in terms of lapping, go past Accidents and soon Minato. It's now Dexter. Dexter did a mistake, dropping down to 2nd, as now Massa does a full stopping, overtaken by Onyo and Roland. Massa with a huge mistake. And now Roland and Onyo battle it out for 2nd place, with Dexter being up there 2.5 seconds up the road, being pretty much uncontested after 10 laps. Balance part taking it safe now, I guess, as now Onyo flips outside, has to respawn, gets overtaken by Massa, and now Massa is in chase of Roland, and Onyo drops all the way down to 5th place. Has to chase down Marius 89 now, with Riolu chasing down Massa for that sweet 3rd place to get him back in contention for a spot to advance. Jesus, so much going on. As we now see Minato getting lapped, actually flipping. GG. Actually flipping. Now Dexter is 3.3 seconds up the road. Massa did another mistake. He was overtaken by Riolu, who is now in 3rd place. And now there's Anya, who is chasing down Marius 89, dropping down from pretty much 2nd to 6th in a couple of turns, as now Massa is overtaken by Marius. He probably did a mistake, and now these 3 lads, Marius 89, Massa and Anya, slowly but surely creeping up to the back of Riolu, who is a little bit over 8 seconds behind Dexter up in front. So let's see. Onyo chasing down Massa and Marius. Both Massa and Marius coming really close to... both Onyo and Massa coming very close to Marius, excuse me real quick. And... this is just insane. The sole guy to not like get a huge mistake like full stopping or flipping out of the map right now are Dexter and Roland. With Riolu just taking it slow and steady, but still coming up in 3rd. A little bit over halfway through this map. As now both Massa and Onyo have overtaken Marius and make it up on themselves to catch up on Riolu, who's a little bit over 1.5 seconds up the road. This will be like those last 5 laps will probably be full stoppings, as we dare see Roland and Dexter both racing pretty much without competition. Now overtaking XD Nico there for that. He's on 11th place, XD Nico actually, but I don't know how safe you can like do the whole balancing thing. Now Marius again overtook Onyo. This is just huge. Marius now again getting overtaken by Onyo. My heart. Please don't do more stoppings. Sick ending in France quali top 4 within 1 sec. Wow. They're already done? As we see, who was that? Who fell down? Was it? Oh, it was CC Maksha. Okay, I thought it was somebody off the top 3. Jeez Louise. This will be like... I can handle it, probably. What I shitfist Tobitier? Yeah, a little bit, I guess. As we now see Marius trying to chase down Onyo, who's having a real good pace. But we see Massa now getting under the rear wing as he clips the outside. Will Onyo be able to overtake him? Doesn't seem like it, but it's sure small in the gap. For Germany, Austria and Switzerland combined, there are 2 slots available for this. For TMCL. And now pretty much it's 5 laps to go. Dexter in front, playing it safe more or less. Fit lap time of 33.2. Oh, nice lap time, 33.333. Real nice time, Roland. Roland in 2nd place, Riolu in 3rd, Massa in 4th, closely followed by Onyo and Marius. Focus in 7th, Sky in 8th, Anisado in 9th, Moppel sadly in 10th, Nico in 11th, Kodiak in 12th place, Minato in 13th, Excellence in 14th, and CC Moksha in 15th place. So the first like 4 spots are like super much. apart from each other. Like at least, no, sorry, first 5 places are like 2 seconds apart from each other at least, which is quite surprising to me. Yo, hey Shocker, by the way. Actually top 5 in 2 seconds. Wow. This is like top 5 in 10 seconds. But on this map, it's I guess quite impossible. Onyo getting the slowdown, but Marius 89 out of striking distance now to really profit from that mistake made by Onyo there. So let's follow Roland, as he, I guess, is satisfied with that second place, because he is not gaining much ground upon Dexter, but Riolu, on the other hand, not gaining too much ground towards Roland as well. Massa and Onyo staying in the same time difference as well, so this is in the penultimate lap looking like a first place for Dexter, unless he does a huge mistake now, which probably won't happen, as he just now enters his last lap of this race on this particular map, of course. Massa now enters his last lap as well, and Anya too. Marius way up behind him, but the first 5 laps in 12 seconds, it's pretty impressive still. So Dexter got that sweet little balance part, finishes in 3rd, Rolling coming in clutch in 2nd, Riolu stays in 3rd place and defends his 23 points, Massa coming in 4th, Onyo in 5th, and now it's up to Marius coming in 6th, and with a little bit of a gap between him and Focus, he's coming in 7th place. 7th place. Anisada now still has the balance part upon him, actually almost fails it, but comes in clutch. Maybe no, Skies as well out of striking distance. They come in 8th and 9th respectively. Moppe now in 10th, hopping towards the finish line in 10th. Nico clipping the outside on the balance part, coming in 11th. Kodiak now looks like he comes in 12th. Minato a little bit behind him, comes in 13th. And Extens, who is way up the road behind him, can save it now. He will make it to the finish line in 14th place. And I guess CC Moksha may or may not be able to finish this. Let's see if he pulled some kind of magic trick out of his arm to make it to the finish line. But this does not look good. Ah, sad. So, after 2 of 3 maps played, we have a point classification of Dexter in 1st with 58 points, Onyo coming in 2nd with 51, Massa with 47 tied with Roland, and we got Riolu in 5th with 39 points, Marius 89 with 26, Focus with 20, Moppel with 17, Sky with 16, Anisada with 1 point less than Sky, Nico with 9, Minato and Kodiak each 1 point apart from each other, and then we got Extens with 4 and CC Moksha with 1 point, sadly enough. Moppel just left the game? I don't know, maybe rage quit it? But let's just quickly take a look at that clip that you sent me real quick.
It is all gonna depend.
How will I do this? Let's do it like this. Let's get a this. Oh, like this. Yes. So now you should see stuff, right? Let's quickly turn this off.
On the ledge here, Coco gets a good landing. Coco goes for an attack on the inside, gets a proper landing on the ledge, but then gets a slowdown in the landing. He gets overtaken by all of the Gamers Origin players, and that is, oh my god.
Wow. That is
he gets a
rip.
Landing that ruins all of his speed. It is all gonna depend on the
that is rip.
On the ledge here.
That is really rip. Really unlucky. So 9 minutes time. Sorry, 2.5 minutes time between warm up and the next match. I wouldn't have a PC after that. Yeah. Barnshock can relate. Haven't done it yet, but I came close a couple of times to just straight up throw my hand into the monitor. But so I have a quick message from Darek. What's his name? Is it Darek? Wait, I have to scroll up. Hella. It's Darek. No, Darek. D-R-A-A-K, like this. He said to me, he's a Nadeo employee, and if you have any funny or like super skilled clips or scenes, don't hesitate to clip them and send them to Darek directly. They want to do something with them clips, I guess. So upon that, I advise you to do clips if you wanna do something. Like I don't know. Get like a super funny bug by Minato, like earlier there, where he just respawned super fast, so I couldn't get it on the camera. Or close finish like there from the French match. Don't hesitate, hit that clip button and send it to Darek. Now it is Dexter again, I think. Is it Dexter? Should be Dexter. Who's in front? No, it's... What is this warm-up setting? Like, do I see who got the best time, or do I see who's like first? I don't know. It's a little bit weird. So Dexter practicing that first turn inside line there, inside pole line. Let's put some GLHFs in the chat. Turn on the music again. And I guess enjoy the show on this last lap. Last match, I'm sorry. Following Dexter this time for the first round. He goes for the inside line, doesn't get it quite perfectly, has to release a little bit. Now drops back, but we can view or watch from a better point of view in terms of Oh, I'm missing my words. What I want to say. In terms of Overwatch. Overview, that's what I want to say. Overview. As we now see Moppel for the first time being like pretty decent in the first lap, but still this whole group again of Onyo, Massa, Roland and Dexter still inside of 1 second for the whole first lap. So just like this looked like a decent fight, and actually Focus isn't that much behind Dexter as well. So let's see, maybe one of those lads doesn't get the water bounce. Pretty good, yeah, but all go through without problems. And now Focus is the first one to drop closely to 1 second behind. Let's switch it up. Let's go to Riolu, who's right up there in that bunch of people fighting for 3rd place. And it's actually Roland who has to release in terms of damage control, not to crash and go for a full stopping. So it is him now in 6th place, and Dexter dropping down 2 spots as well. Probably got a bad landing or a ram bug or something, which made him slow down quite massively. So up there we have a decent fight between Moppel and Riolu for that 4th place. Sorry, 3rd place. And with still a little bit over 17 laps to go, this still is wide open. Now Riolu has to let go Moppel a little bit, but in comes Dexter creeping up from behind, and not far behind Dexter there's Roland fighting for more or less that 3rd place, with the whole group of Moppel, Riolu, Dexter all bunched up in 0.3 of a second, with Onyo and Massa in the front going quite consistently faster than the rest of the bunch in the top 6 right there. Now Roland a little bit behind Riolu there to that 3rd place of Moppel, which everybody, even Sky and Anisato, are in striking range if anybody does a mistake. And now we see Roland clipping the transition to the platform part right there, and this is really intense, especially in those first couple of laps. Now we see Moppel getting overtaken by Dexter, and Massa drops down huge, lost 14 seconds, is now down from 2nd to 10th. Really bad, which makes it pretty much impossible for him to come back and secure a spot to advance in the tournament. And now it's up to Riolu to get up in there with Moppel and Dexter on that podium. Dexter with a really wide line, but still going head to head with Moppel. Oh, he got a no flip. Dexter now with a no flip as well. He lost so much time there. Even Marius overtakes him. And actually, Massa retired left the game. GG. He's salty AF, I can tell. But I can relate. I can relate, like, full on stupid stuff going on here. So we see Riolu and Moppel going for that second place. As we see, where did Moppel go? What? Was it too fast for the water bounce? Oh, mega lol. So we see Riolu being chased by Roland for that second place. All of a sudden, Dexter has dropped down as well from that no flip, but he recovers to 7th place. Doesn't retire and leave the game as Massa did, but he's in dire need now. He needs to go fast and catch up to Roland and Riolu, because if he does not get those points, he won't be able to advance to the next round. And now we see a pretty decent fight between Riolu and Roland for that third place. And I wonder if Sky lets Dexter go, if it comes down to that, since they are in the same team, and yeah, like doing Formula 1 stuff, like whoever needs the points gets them. I don't know. But now Roland gets the way better water bounce, doesn't need to air brake, and catches up substantially to Riolu. Both now a little bit under 3 seconds behind Onyo. Onyo now looking pretty impressive after that first half of the map, in the lead, 3 seconds clear of Riolu and Roland, followed by Dexter and by Sky, I'm sorry, and Dexter giving chase. Not far behind are Marius and Anisado and Focus as well. Focus in the fight with Moppel there, both from Dream Trackmania Heroes Europe. And then there's a huge gap to Extens, Kodiak, yeah, CC Moshka, Minato. Oh, Minato just crashed there. Wait, where did he crash? Oh, water bounce crash, okay. So Anya looking really impressive, and we got a nice battle going on between Roland and Sky there for that second place, third place respectively between Sky and Dexter. I'm sorry, Riolu and Roland battling for that second place, and Dexter and Sky for that 4th place. Huge stuff going on. Dexter needs to air brake there, and everybody going like fast as they can. Now Roland back up the rear wing of Riolu. Intense stuff right here. As we now see Sky bugging out, I guess, or like game crashing, which promotes Dexter to 4th place. But this battle between Riolu and Roland still going on, with Roland in dire need of that 2nd place in order to advance to the next stage. Because if he doesn't get 2nd, then he won't make it through to 2nd place and is eliminated from the qualification. So Dexter's job now is to make as much to like create as much pressure on Roland and Raviolu as he can, and just drive solid fast lap times. But Riolu is still in front of Roland there. I think, yeah, Sky has just bugged out, or like, this is like unfortunate. As now I was talking about it, Riolu does a mistake, and now Roland is in second place. Just a small, tiny half a second between those lads, and now Spam joins. I don't know why he joins, but this now is a intense battle, and now Onyo did a mistake, and Roland is in first, closely followed by Riolu, and these last 5 maps are now more intense than ever. With Roland in first, Riolu in second, closely followed by Dexter and Onyo, but Onyo like 5 seconds behind Dexter, which is still not that much, but now Onyo gets overtaken by Marius. And not far up the road behind Onyo now is Anisado, who also has more speed, and focus isn't that far away. So this is far from over, especially for Onyo now, since he is in 5th place and now in dire need of points as well. Needs to finish in front of Anisado, and probably in front of Marius as well, to protect himself from Dexter and Roland, as somebody did a full stopping right there. Okay, no, apparently not. Then maybe it was a lap guy. Now we got Onyo still creeping up to that rear wing of Anisado, and Marius needing those points really, really bad, as Dexter, Riolu and Roland quite comfortably 1 second each apart, or 1.5 seconds, sorry, apart from each other, can just take it safe. The points are on the screen, Papu. Right here, next to the players. And now, still, Anisado is now behind, got overtaken by Onyo, who still has to overtake Marius in order to advance. No worries, Papu. So it is on to Onyo right now to be the man to get through, and it is in his own hands to get through. And we now see Onyo actually overtaking Marius right before the penultimate lap starts. But Roland right there in first, quite comfortably 1.5 seconds in front of Riolu, and 1.5 seconds again, oh, like 3 seconds in front of Dexter right now. And Onyo is 5 seconds already, 5 seconds behind Dexter. So this is a really, really big task for Onyo in order to advance to the next stage. As now Roland headed into this last lap, same as Riolu, Dexter, and now Onyo soon as well. This is really intense for this last lap. Because if Onyo now does a mistake, Marius is in immediate striking distance, same with Anisado, and this is intense for the last lap. And if my math is not false, then right now Onyo won't make it to the next stage. So Dexter taking it safe and goes through the safe finish. Roland in first, Dexter, Riolu in second, Dexter in third, Onyo in fourth, Marius in fifth, Anisado in sixth, Moppe coming in soon in eighth, and Focus respectively ninth. So if I math it correctly, Dexter and Roland are through. That is the case. This is apparently the case, as now Moppe crossed the finish line in 7th and Focus in 8th. Kodiak now soon coming in as well in 9th. This is this is huge. Neither Onyo nor Marius, which I thought would like take this by storm. And now we have X-Dance coming in 10th. And now there's Nico, Minato and CC Moksha still driving. This is intense. As actually Minato finishes in front of Moksha. Oh no, he's a lap behind still. So now we have Nico coming in 12th, and Minato probably won't make it in last. So Roland Dexter in 1st and 2nd, going through to the next stage. On Uriolo, Masa, Marius, Focus, Anisato, Moppel and Sky are out.